In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make YouTube thumbnails here in Google Slides. Now, these thumbnails are the first things that audience would see, and that would lead them into clicking into your video. So whatever content that you make, creating thumbnails is very important for you to attract more viewers. And creating these thumbnails have never been easier here in Google Slides. Let's get started. So let's go to New Slide with Layout and select the blank one. We have our blank canvas where we can start creating our thumbnail. Depending on what type of content you make, it's totally up to you on what elements you want to add into your thumbnail. It also depends on what type of video that you're creating this thumbnail for. So for this example, I'm going to be creating a YouTube thumbnail for this specific video on how to make YouTube thumbnails in Google Slides. So in all thumbnails that I create, I always include the Google Slides logo because that's my content. So again, this all depends to you what you want to add into your thumbnails. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to add my Google Slide logo. I'm going to go to Insert Image here in the toolbar and select Search the Web. So here in the search bar, I'm just going to input Google Slides logo, and I'm going to be adding a PNG just to make sure that this image that I'm going to be inserting doesn't have a background. It makes it easier for you to add into your slides because it doesn't have a background for you to remove anymore. So once you've selected the ones that you like, this is the logo that I need, and I'm just going to click on Insert at the bottom right corner. And there is my Google Slide logo. So I'm just going to adjust this, and I'm going to go to Show Film Strip right here at the corner so I can have a different perspective on how good this thumbnail would look like. So right now it's looking a little too big for me. I'm just going to adjust the size like so and position it right over here. And tilt it a little to the right. I can do that by just right-clicking on it and selecting Format Options, going to Size and Rotation. At the bottom, you'll see Rotate. So I'm going to click on the angle, arrow up, click on it. You'll see how it's moving already. Go to 3, and I think that's fine by me. Close that. And that's my first element for my YouTube thumbnail. Next one would be to add my text. So it's important to not put everything in your thumbnail. As you see, I have a very long title right here. What's important in creating your thumbnail is to make sure that you have all the keywords right here. So what I want to add are just the 3 words of Make YouTube Thumbnails. It's already understandable that I'm using Google Slides with this one because I have the Google Slide logo. Let's insert that text. Go to text box right here. Everything you need is here in the toolbar. We can just copy that instead of typing it again. Control V. Now I'm just going to space it out. Enter. And now I'm going to resize my text to make them bigger and more visible. And I'm going to make it so like everything is getting bigger. So this is big, bigger, and biggest. Let's do that by selecting the text first, then go to font size and put in the font size that you want for each of the words. So for this one, I'm going to make it really big. Let's say 70. Okay, next one, let's go to YouTube. Select the font size again, and this time 80. And lastly, for thumbnails, that's going to be 90. So there's a 10 difference for each of the words, which would make a difference, of course. Adjust your text box to fit in all of the letters. Okay. Now I'm not really a fan of the font style Arial, so I'm going to change that as well. I'm going to select all, go to font style, and select the font that I like. I'm going to go with Anton right here. That looks pretty good. If you look here, all of the text in your thumbnails are quite visible. Next one would be to adjust maybe the spacing because they're too far apart. We can do that by selecting all again and going to More right here and select Line and Paragraph Spacing. If you click on that, we can do a custom spacing. Instead of a 1, we can do a 0.85. Click on apply, and there you have it. So again, we're just going to adjust it, make sure it's horizontally centered. There we go. Now another element that I want to add, because we are talking about YouTube, would be a YouTube play button. So now that I just noticed it, our YouTube is not really spelled right, because in the YouTube logo, that would be a big or a capitalized letter T. Okay, now that we've fixed that, let's go ahead and add that YouTube play button. Again, go back to image or insert image right here. Search the web. Now we're just going to edit that and put in YouTube. Press enter. And I think the first one will do. I think it doesn't have a background. Now let's go to insert at the bottom right corner again. And there you have it. So you know that it doesn't have a background because if you put it behind this yellow Google Slide logo, it doesn't have a white background. So let's just resize that and place it maybe right here. So as you see, it's covering some of my text. No worries, because we are going to order this and send it to the back. There you have it. Now, our text is not really as visible as I want it now that the logo is here. So I'm just going to change the font color of YouTube and maybe turn it into really black. There you have it. So as you see here, it's already looking pretty good. If you do want to add more elements, again, depending on what type of video that you're going to be making your thumbnail for, you can definitely include it into your thumbnails. So I like to make my YouTube thumbnails clean, but really still stand out. Another element that I want to add is a mouse pointer. So I can add that again by going to insert image, select search the web, delete that, and enter mouse pointer. Okay, so we have a lot of selections right here. I think I'm going to go with this one. Go to insert. And again, it's in PNG format, which is really great. Makes it easy for us to insert into our thumbnail. And there you go. As you see here, it's looking pretty good. Now I can stop here. But if you do want to add more elements, let's say we want to add a shape that will make some of our elements pop out, like our text and our images. We can do that by going to shape right here. Select your shapes. Now I want to add this parallelogram. I'm going to click on it and then start creating my parallelogram. Now that we have it, we're just going to adjust it like so. Okay, what I want to do here is to maybe half or create a division for the thumbnail itself, like one side will be white and the other side will be black, if that will make sense for you. But that's what I want to achieve right here. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust this, zoom out a little so I can cover that corner right there. Again, I'm going to turn this to black and that will be white. Half of it would be white. So I'm going to click on the fill color, turn it into black. Border color would be transparent, and send this to back. So now some of our texts are not visible because they are also in the same color. And we're going to change that by putting it in white. So select that text, go to text color and select white. Next one, also white. And the last one, turn it into white. But as you see, some of the letters are a bit cut off and are blending into our white background. What we can do to fix this would be to put in a drop shadow. And you'll also notice that this part is in a different color, so let's make it uniform by turning it in black as well. Now we're going to add our drop shadow by right-clicking on our text, going to Format Options, and select Drop Shadow right here. If we click on that, now you'll see that there's a drop shadow that would definitely outline the white parts of our text. So let's lessen the opacity and increase the distance like so. Maybe a different angle. And there you have it. We've created a YouTube thumbnail using Google Slides. Now, if you want to make this as a template for your other YouTube videos, you can do so. All you have to do is to copy or select everything, then copy, Control C or Command C, go to View right here and select Theme Builder. So in order to add that template, go to the blank slide at the bottom. I'm at the bottom right now. This is the blank slide, and I'm just going to paste the thumbnail that we did. Now, because we're not going to be using the same text over and over or the same video, we're just going to delete this text and any other element that you don't really want to be added into your template. So there you have it. So I'm just going to make a few adjustments right here, and when you're done, that's it. Now, if we go back to our slide or to our thumbnail, and I go to add a slide with a layout again, you'll see that that layout is right there. So after finishing your thumbnail, what you're going to do next is to, of course, download it as a JPEG image. You're going to do that by going to File, select Download right here, and go to JPEG image. Once you click on that, this image will be downloaded, and here you have it. Now you can just save it into your drive and upload it into your YouTube channel for that specific video that you made it for. And that's how to make YouTube thumbnails here in Google Slides. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, do leave a like and subscribe for more helpful videos. See you on the next one.